Well, with the election just days away, we're talking with candidates in the race for Montana governor.
That's right. This morning, we're joined live by Zoom by Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney, the Democratic challenger for governor. Tomorrow we're going to chat with Republican opponent Greg Gianforte. Again, Mike, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks very much, Holly and Chet. Nice to join you this morning.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Cooney. First question for you. What will be your top 3 priorities if elected?
Well, that's a great question. First and foremost is getting Montanans healthy, getting us through this COVID crisis and getting the economy back up and running. You know, we know what we need to do. We need to be wearing our mask. We need to be socially distancing, using proper hygiene. That's the example I've tried to set throughout my, since this pandemic hit Montana. We're going to continue to work on it. We know we have a lot of challenges ahead of us. I wish my opponent, I'd call on him to join me in calling on all Montanans to do what they need to do to become healthy, wear a mask, use proper hygiene. This virus is not political. This virus is attacking everybody, and we need to get our economy back up and going. We need to get our people healthy, get healthy consumers, healthy workers. Then we'll get the economy back on its feet. We're going to get through this. And we're going to whip it.
Yeah, the reality, though, is we're talking about numbers that have been spiking. We're talking hospitalizations, some places near capacity. The death toll numbers have been increasing dramatically. Where do you go with that? What do you do?
Again, first of all, as governor, I will be setting an example of what Montanans need, setting that message forward that we need to wear a mask. We have to use the science that we know will work. And the science is quite simple. Wear a mask, don't socially distance, make sure you're avoiding large crowds and using proper hygiene. That's good. And then we're going to have a plan to deploy the vaccine as soon as a safe and secure vaccine is available for the people of Montana. We're already talking about that right now. I had people from around the country, some experts, sitting down with me just last week to talk about how we do that. And we're going to hit the ground running and make sure we whip this thing. That's how we're going to do it.
Just one follow-up on that, Mike. When you say hit the ground running, you win the election on Tuesday. Are we talking Thursday, Friday? I mean, when you say hit the ground running, how early are you talking about?
We can't wait. This virus is too serious, and we have seen the numbers, not only in Montana, but around the country. People are tired of it. They're letting their guard down. We cannot let that happen. We are going to have to whip this thing, and when a vaccine is available, we need to make sure we do everything to get it in the hands of the people who need it the most first, and then get it to the general population. That's what's going to get our economy back up and running. That's going to be my focus.
Mr. Cooney, what are you offering that is new or different from the Bullock administration?
Sure. I mean, I'll just tell you right now, every administration has their own approaches to things. We've been talking about driving down the cost of prescription drugs. We've been talking about making sure we take Montana out of the category of not having a quality pre-K system in our public school system. We're going to be working on a lot of those things. Again, the next administration is going to be the one that deploys a vaccine for COVID, which is going to be a big step in the fight to get our economy back up and running. I'll continue to be fighting for protecting our public lands. I'll continue to fight to make sure that people have access to quality health care. So we've got a large agenda ahead of us. And again, it's going to take a lot of work. I'm prepared to do it just as I always have.
And how do you plan to do that?
Bringing Montanans together, Republicans and Democrats. State expansion. We broke the logjam when it came to the infrastructure bill in the last legislative session. We passed record education funding in the last legislature by bringing Republicans and Democrats together, bringing Montanans together, bringing solutions that are Montana solutions to the table. That's how I'm going to continue to govern when I'm elected governor.
We just have a few seconds left here, Mike. Just tell us if you can, this campaign has been contentious, has been ongoing for a long time. What's the one thing you've learned by talking to Montanans out there that you didn't know before all of this campaign?
I've been around a while and I've known Montanans for a long time. Let me just say Montanans have very, very clear values. They believe in public lands and the importance. They believe in public education. They believe in healthcare and affordable healthcare. Those are the things that are driving them in this election. There are great differences. I'm for healthcare. My opponent's been trying to strip away healthcare. I'm for protecting our public lands. He wants to block public lands. There are many, many differences. Those are Montana values. My opponent doesn't share those.
Well, again, Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney joining us live by Zoom here in the 2020 pandemic. That's how we get to do these things. Normally, you'd be sitting in a chair with us. We do appreciate taking the time to chat with us this morning, Mike. We appreciate it very much.
Chet and Holly, thank you. And please be safe and be well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And a reminder, tomorrow we will be talking to Greg Gianforte also.
We're going to take a quick break here on Montana This Morning. We come back, your headlines, No One Goes, and Matt's forecast.